From Universal Parks News today. Oh yes, lightning strikes indeed. Lightning sets tree on fire next to Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey in Universal Orlando. This is by Shannon Ace, published July 30th, 2025. During a storm over Universal Orlando Resort on July 29th, 2025, lightning struck a tree next to Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, leading the ride and other sections of the park to be evacuated. Uh-oh, not good. TikTok user, we can see it right there, Tyler Orth, I guess, shared the following video of the flaming tree right next to the exterior greenhouse queue of Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. The ride is inside Hogwarts in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter section of Universal Islands of Adventure, that being Hogsmeade. Orth wrote in the caption, "I just got in line when I saw the lightning hit and the loudest boom. About 60 seconds later, the fire alarm comes on and we all have to evacuate." And I actually have a compilation of footage to show here. Here you go. This was the view from outside of that queue space right there. You can see rain coming down. They're on the side there of the actual facade of Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey itself. Then actually in the queue, you can see, whoa, huge fire actually caused by a lightning strike within the park itself. I have never seen something like this going to theme parks my entire life. Now, I understand those are mostly California parks in which, it doesn't rain, and man, that would be really something if you did get any thunder or lightning in the area. But this happens on a regular occasion in Florida, not the lightning strike in the park. I'm just saying lightning and thunderstorms in general that do shut down facilities and services quite regularly. Well, now here's why. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, look, this is obviously a freak accident. It's act of God or whatever you want to call it. These kinds of things do happen. I don't know if you've ever been anywhere where lightning has actually struck, but it is loud and it is terrifying because thunder and lightning happen simultaneously. The thunder is caused by the particles colliding that create the lightning. So when lightning happens and you hear the thunder on a delay, it means the lightning is far away from you. But when you are close enough where you see something actually get struck by lightning, it is a simultaneous flash and bang. And typically like the ground shakes. Like it is a terrifying event. And I'm just thankful that nobody was hurt. It seems like they extinguished this pretty quickly. Again, this has nothing to do with negligence on Universal's part. You can't account for where lightning is going to strike.
It's so strange because if we examine the video, it hits a tree beside the queue structure and not,
1.21 gigawatts directly into that tree.
1.21 gigawatts. Look, I've told people before, when you buy the magic wands in Harry Potter Land, be very careful because maybe they actually contain magic. And when you're casting those spells...
Yeah, you never know. Maybe God smites you. No, I'm joking.
It's a spell gone wrong.
Exactly.
So my experience with the thunder, lightning, all of this weather stuff, for me in the parks, comes more from being a lifeguard cast member for a very short period of time, about 6 months at Disney World. And obviously, we work all day, work during the weather, we see the weather, and then we have certain protocols for when the weather turns bad like this. And it's a little bit different in the park than it is obviously around a pool. We have to shut the pools down and this and that and the other. But I will tell you, there are some times when these storms pop up so quickly that the weather announcements aren't even made quick enough. There was a time when I was working as a lifeguard. It wasn't lightning, but it still was weather related. I almost lost my life, and I'm not kidding. I was on a stand, and they have these things. It's called a hurricane pin. And the hurricane pin is supposed to be strong enough to hold down the big umbrella that goes over you when the storm blows up. Well, the wind swelled up so quickly and so fast that it broke the hurricane pin before they had called a closure of the pool, and the umbrella popped off, and the pipe that holds that thing down is thick and heavy and literally was inches away from my head. If it would have struck my head, I could have been either very seriously injured or perhaps not with us today. And then it flew off and hit a wall about 10 feet behind me, and it was maybe 5-10 feet above guests that were sitting there. So the whole thing was dangerous. And I'm like, I was upset because the whole time I was like, I get it. When are you guys going to call the weather? And it upset me because I know that the people that call the weather aren't looking outside. They're actually in an indoor bunker looking at instruments to detect when to call for the weather, and that really bothered me. And I'm like, I hope they've changed that, but the safety protocol, this stuff can be very, very dangerous when you are in Florida. And I believe, I could be wrong, maybe Marvin will know, I think lightning is actually the number one weather ender of lives in Florida as far as weather related stuff. Lightning,
I mean, probably it
Florida,
happens,
yeah.
for a good portion of the year. It happens literally every day.
Yeah. And it's very, very dangerous, and you just have to be really careful. And it looked like you say Universal shut all this stuff down and then ushered, like, evacuated that section of the park right after, correct?
Yeah, that section of the park, and it seems to be, as far as like Velocicoaster, if you know Islands of Adventure, you know that corner of the park, it's pretty packed with various attractions. Yeah. So it looks like they took that whole corner off at least. I don't know how far exactly they evacuated in terms of that section of the park, but pretty far. And like you said, Ron, these weather-related evacuations or these shutdowns can be pretty disruptive. Otherwise, I mean, you got whole pools go down. Go ahead.
I will say the other surprising thing about it hitting a tree is that all of these buildings, anyone that lives here or looks around knows, they all have lightning rods on the top. So it's kind of surprising that it would have hit the tree rather than gone toward the lightning rod. But it definitely happens. It's really interesting. Like I've seen the Grand Destino Tower get struck by lightning. I've been in the building when it got struck. In fact, I remember working one time, it gets struck by lightning, and then I go home and on social media, somebody's got a video of that strike, and I'm like, oh yeah, I was right underneath that when it happened. It's crazy, like Marvin said, crazy loud. It sounds like a bomb went off when it first happens, and I'm sure some of the guests were probably absolutely terrified. So because you don't necessarily know exactly what happened when you first hear it and see it, but man, what an event, what a story to tell.
Absolutely. When you come to Orlando or Florida in general, I mean, you've never seen lightning like this. Like it just crackles the sky. It is unbelievable. But it's an everyday event. And these things do happen, and good on them for cleaning it up as quickly as possible. Thank goodness that it's typically, involving rain also, so the area would have been wet and the fire wouldn't have spread as quickly as it might have spread, in a dry area. So
very true. Yeah, we know all about that, and especially when it comes to the California parks where it's so dry. You got lightning strikes, you got wind, you got major issues. Thankfully, I don't think anybody was hurt. The area was evacuated safely because everybody kind of kept cool, which is good. No stampedes from what I could tell, but goodness gracious. I mean, this is really something right here. When I was there in Orlando the last time, we were hanging out by the pool. I think I was staying at the Poly at the time, and it was like, pool's closed because lightning's in the area. And it's like, there's no lightning anywhere around here. What is going on?
Mm-hmm.
And
it's within a certain number of miles, they have to shut down everything. At Islands of Adventure, it's a big issue because a lot of Islands of Adventure is outdoor attractions. So you got to shut down Velocicoaster, you got to shut down Hagrid's, you got to shut down Flight of the Hippogriff, the Hulk. I'm not sure if they run I think they still run the Seuss train. I don't think they shut that down for.
Do they shut down River Adventure as well?
Yes.
Yes, that would have to.
Yes, they do.
Because it was water.
That's a lot.
Popeyes also. Yeah. So I don't know about Ripsaw Falls, but probably. So it's a good percentage of Islands of Adventure goes down pretty much every day.
And if you're at Disney World and you're like at the Magic Kingdom, the monorail gets shut down. So and if it's really bad, the monorail and the ferry boat can also get shut down. People say that the ferry boat runs no, it doesn't run all the time. I know this because there was one time we were trying to get around, my wife and I, and we had to take the bus. It was pouring, it was lightning, the weather was awful, and we couldn't get a bus to where we needed to go either because they weren't routing there. We had the nicest bus driver, the nicest cast member, thank goodness for him, because we were the only ones waiting for a bus, and he's like, just get on, I'll take you where you want to go. He acted like a cab for us. So kudos to that cast member. I think we needed to get over to the Grand Floridian, but it is dangerous. You guys, anybody coming here during the summer, whether it doesn't matter where you're going in Florida, Central Florida, anywhere in Florida, basically, watch out for that weather. Be careful, take your precautions, and if anybody does say evacuate, then get out. Although I got to say, this is a beautiful shot. That shot with the castle and the moon. It is worth braving the weather because regardless, I think you're going to have a good time as long as you take those precautions.
I think the more I think about it, I think islands might be the most impacted attraction in Orlando, or the most impacted weather theme park in Orlando, just because Universal Studios proper is mostly indoors. You've got Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket until next month. Mummies indoors, everything else. Maybe you got that Trolls
Men in Black.
Yeah, Men in Black. So the Trolls roller coaster probably shut down, and then in Disney, a lot of the stuff's indoors as well. So
and in Epic, there's not a lot of indoor attractions either to really escape the weather from. Go ahead, Ron.
No, I was just going to say I'm agreeing with him. Islands is most likely the most affected park, but also it's great.
Ken Reinhardt just pointed out SeaWorld. No, Ken Reinhardt might be right. I forgot about SeaWorld. So many people do.
Well, yeah, that's par for the course, I guess. Sorry, SeaWorld.
Yeah, SeaWorld would probably be more impacted. You're right, Ken Reinhardt. Thank you.
Well, hey, everybody out there in Orlando, stay safe while you're in the theme parks. That goes for heat as well. Obviously, those heat advisory warnings, those are real deals. Take your time, use
little known
precautions,
fact for you,
get cover.
It is the first summer ever where Central Florida is hot.
It was measuring attendance at Disney World on July 4th, which didn't really factor in temperature, which is about 100 degrees and 99% humidity on that day.
I don't know.
That's true. That is significant right there.
Every time we point out like how empty Disney has been, everyone's like, "Well, it's hot." It's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for
remember back in the 90s, it was a cool 76 degrees every day.
And a gentle breeze blowing all day, every day.
Yes. Back in the day, it was much cooler, I'm sure. Oh, wait, did that heat index change? I don't think it did. Anyway, guys, use precautions, stay safe, and have fun while doing it.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.